To this episode of Shift. I'm your host, Palmonia Gordon. Many of us have heard the saying or know the saying or we live by the saying, we find our purpose in our pain. And we're choosing to share the stories of individuals who have done so in hopes of encouraging you, because I know some of you may be in your season of pain right now. And when you're in the season of pain, it's not always easy to understand the purpose or to accept or even know. To push through and keep going forward until you get into your greatness. And then when you're in your greatness, you now have a responsibility to pay it forward and to help those people around you to manifest their greatness. So with that, I have a special guest today. Her name is Ashley Scott. She is an amazing times 10. As Grant Cardone says, you got to 10x everything. Her story is one of determination, of resilience, of dressing up and showing up. Ashley, how are you? Welcome to this episode of Shift. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Absolutely. Our pleasure. So Ashley, I met you, so I know a little bit of your story. I know who you are. I know what has happened. Just share a little bit, introduce yourself, your age, and what makes you get up and show up every day.
Okay, so again, my name is Ashley Scott. I'm 25 years old.
My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry,
okay.
You're just really mature, so I know I added some. Forget that. It's just maturity, honey.
Thank you. Yeah, so I am 25 years old. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis at the age of 22.
And what is that?
Multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disease. It fights against your immune system is basically attacking itself. And what it does, it eats away at the myelin sheath in your brain and in your spine. So it does have an effect on the entire body. So I am fighting against that right now. And it's been a tough but a learning experience. And
just to learn from kids. Kids are not afraid to ask, a million times. Man, I'm doing this. I said, do not disturb. But they still come anyway because, it's an art we need to learn and develop. It's interesting what you're saying that MS, attacks the brain and the tissue, because as you were relaying that story, I don't believe I shared it with Shift Nation. I may have to double check. But there's a message that came out recently where they have disclosed that a lot of companies, food manufacturers, what they're actually doing, and I'm not sure if it's my mind says gender, whatever, but they can genetically modify stuff for a specific race. So I think that's the word. I'm not sure if it's race related, but they're grinding up aborted fetus and using it in a lot of products. So pop, a lot of, Coke and gum, a lot of things that we use in everyday life that never think about, that is actually doing. And what it's doing, it's actually causing the body to cannibalize. That's the word the person was doing the report, which when you're saying to me, autoimmune, your body is feeding on itself, that's now cannibalism. So it's interesting. I'm really going to have to go back and take a look at that, because there's so many things that points to all these things. So you, however, chose to go a different route after you came back from holiday, and I know you went through, got admitted to hospital, spending Christmas in,
Yeah.
the hospital for, what were you there for, 2 months? 2.5, 3 months?
It was a month and a half I was there
Okay.
between the hospital and rehab.
Okay, so she spent time in the hospital and rehab, and then you made conscious decision. When did you find the amazing product that you have now? How did you happen to hear about that? Am I frozen? Can you hear
Was actually doing some research. I I never liked to take Advil, Tylenol. Like I never liked to take those things.
me?
And the amount of medication that I was taking for my MS, it was taking a toll on my body, and it would cause me to get these certain infections. And what they would do is they would prescribe me another medication to fix that, but then that medication will now cause something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I did my research on a couple of herbs, natural herbs, to heal myself, and not only heal that one particular thing, but to also enhance other, what's the
Areas.
word?
Areas, other aspects.
Yes, in the body, exactly. So I did come up with a steam for women because it was affecting parts that only us women do
Hello,
have.
she's talking about the vagina. She's going all cute. Y'all guys, you know what a vagina is, right? The VJ, the VG, the VG. Okay, she
Yes.
hasn't
So
spent much time around. Oh my God, pneumonia. Oh, yeah. So ladies,
yes,
listen
so
up, guys. Make sure your wife gets this part, or your girlfriend. Okay. So go ahead.
yes, I did come up with a vagina steam, and what it does, it detoxifies and cleanses the uterus, the
Oh, wow.
vagina.
Oh, wow.
It does help with infections. It helps with a lot of things. I actually have a few different steams that help with various things. I have a few here.
Okay.
Um, I do have the bed of roses. So
Bed of
I'm not
roses.
sure if you can
Yeah,
see that.
yeah.
So that one, this one helps with relaxation. So it helps to relax the muscles, the mind. It helps to relax the vaginal canal. It helps to this. Sorry, yeah, it helps to relieve pain. That's basically
Okay.
what this one does.
Okay.
Um,
So that would be a maybe a good relief to, for maybe women who have the, menstrual cycle and, the pain and the discomfort.
not
Not that
that
one.
one,
Okay.
not that one. Yeah. So
Okay.
the one for that, that would be the Idyll Flow.
Oh, flow. There it
Yeah,
is. Idle flow. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So this one helps with the menstrual cycle. So if you have like really bad cramps during your menstrual cycle, it helps with menopause symptoms, PMS
Wow.
symptoms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's what this one is for. Yeah. Um, oh, and this one also helps with PCOS. If you have the absence of the period,
Oh,
it
yeah.
helps to,
Stimulate.
yeah,
Hmm.
yes.
Oh,
And
wow.
the blood flow. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Hmm. See that,
We also
ladies?
have the Idyll Cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
The Idyll Cleanse. This one helps with infection. Is that right? Yeah, this one helps with infection. Helps to fight against yeast infection, STIs, anything of the sort, like bad toxins in the uterus and the vagina. We also have release.
Can't see that one. Oh, release. Yes,
Release,
yes.
sorry,
Yeah.
release. This one helps with digestion.
Oh, wow.
So it helps, yeah, it helps with, so I don't get the words wrong. Yeah, it helps to boost the immune system and improve digestive health.
Wow.
And also, it comes with these little booklets that shows you
Okay.
everything that
Okay.
it fights against.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing though, because I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, most people when we're thinking of detox, we're putting kind of more stuff in through the mouth. But that is a cavity that we do
Yeah.
take things in, right? So it's
Yeah.
great to see what we can do, from another aspect. And I think what's interesting, even as I'm saying this, is the fact that whatever you're going to work in the V area is affecting the entire V, which means your bum and whatever, which, yeah, you wipe it and you think it's clean, but how clean is it really?
Yeah, but exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So to use
Mhm.
this, it's basically, how is it administered? What's Idyll Steam? Tell us what
So
Idyll Steam is.
Idyll Steam is a brand that I came up with myself. The word idol is another word for like perfection. Perfection, it is a very picturesque scene. So
Mm,
that's the word that I
okay.
chose because it actually meant a lot to me in the situation that I was going through. I just wanted to find a word that I could relate to,
Okay.
something that would kind of like boost my confidence in a way.
Okay.
So that's where that word came from. And then the steam is for the steam.
Okay.
Um, the reason it's called Idyll Steam, it's sort of like a facial, but
Okay.
for the vagina. So you would boil
Okay.
the water, put the herbs into the water, let it steep for a while, and then you would sit over it.
Mm, wow.
Yeah.
How soon after you started using these products did you experience a change or see result? And that you could say, oh my God, this work.
Okay, so for the relaxation, you notice it as you're steaming.
Oh, wow.
But the biggest effect
Wow.
that you will notice is the first day of your menstrual cycle.
Mm.
After using a steam,
Mm-hmm.
your cycle does get really heavy
Mm-hmm.
because what it does, it is getting rid of all the encrusted blood that was
Mm.
left over from the previous
Mm-hmm.
cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets rid of all of that. So the
Mm-hmm.
first day or two, it'll be heavier and the cramps will, I'm not going to say they will be worse, but there will be cramps. And after the 2 days, your periods after that will be like you didn't even know it was there.
Okay. And especially for people who maybe will have these severe, because I know people who at times when they get to that stage, they literally have to stay home.
Yes, I was one of them.
Okay.
I was
Wow.
definitely one of them. Yeah.
Wow. This
Yeah.
is this is amazing. And what has your feedback? How would someone get in contact with you? Because I need to get mine. We left last week and I didn't get mine, so I want to
I know.
sample. I want to sample some relaxation.
So
There's, I mean,
I do
you
have
didn't tell,
my,
sorry to interrupt, but you didn't tell them that you have one for ladies who want to get pregnant and all the other stuff. She has a
oh yeah,
whole load of stuff. So
yeah,
Chantel, Ashley, tell them how to get in touch with you, where to find Idyll Steam, because we want to, as we are shifting mentally, we need to make sure that our body is able to make that shift with us. And it starts
exactly.
with exactly with how we treat our body, what we put in and what we take out, right? so
Yeah.
so that is good. So where can we find Idyll Steam? How can we get in touch with you? Do you do speaking and workshop if somebody wanted you to come in, if they're doing an event, to come and share the information? Just let us
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So I do workshops. I also have an Instagram page. It is Idyll Steam, Idyll Steam. My email, I do have an email. That
Mhm.
is the Idyll way. So I don't just have steams. I'm actually branding out. expanding my brand, I should say.
Absolutely.
So that is the Idyll Way. So my email address is theidylway@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be the best way to contact me. My website is still under construction. So
That's
email
okay.
and Instagram would be the best way to contact me.
You know, old school phone don't work?
Oh yeah, I do. I do have my.
Okay, so for anyone who wants her phone number, you get in touch with me. You send her an email because, you know, this is going to be on the World Wide Web. We don't want all kind of creep calling her up, right?
Exactly.
So find her on Instagram. Are you on Facebook?
Yes, I'm on Facebook as Ashley Simone.
Okay. Okay. So what I'll do, when we're doing that, I'll put up the clip for your website, your contact that, you know, they can get in touch with you, your Instagram and your email. But Shift, you can get in touch with me to get information about Ashley. And Ashley, this is phenomenal because nature, the way I believe that the way God designed us, whatever ailment we have, there's a cure for it in nature. I remember in Barbados, when I went to Barbados the first time, there's this tree that grows right by the ocean that if you eat the seed, the berry that falls from the tree, it actually poisons us. It can kill you like that. But maybe about 3 feet from that tree, there's another tree that if you eat that berry, it counteracts the poison from the first tree. And I thought, wow, and I thought it was so odd even how closely they grow. So it gives you time, if you will, to get to it.
Yeah, wow.
Right? So it's thank you for being brave enough to be willing to help us, because that's what Shift is about. This is my story. This is my pain. This is my struggle. But you know that someone else is going through it. Thank you for stopping by this episode of Shift. Subscribe, leave a comment, like, share the information. But most of all, like the second hand on the clock, take 60 tiny moves that you can come back tomorrow. I love you. God bless you. Have a good day.